go for, I'm going to say revolutions per minute, 6,500 on my Wankel. What have you got? 9,000?
It's chuffing freezing. It's so cold, in fact, I've had to don my Army Surplus Winter Ranger jacket. You know, sometimes you just have to look sexy. It's actually a very warm jacket. It's got a quilted thing inside, and because I've got my heated jacket on as well underneath this, it's a bit less restrictive than the leather jacket. Ah, there's my baby. Did you miss me? Ooh. Now I know what you're thinking, Billy, someone has stolen your grab rails and rack. Well, thankfully, no one has stolen anything from the bike, at least not today. I've actually sent it off to the powder coaters, and I'm going to tell you about that in a second. Ooh, let's get this off. Ooh. So even though I'm in secure gated parking here, I still put on my disc lock. Safety first. It is bloody cold, guys. I've even got my heated gloves I can plug my jacket into. We are talking maximum comfort, minimum style. Oh, it's the wrong hand, come on. God, what an absolute pain in the anus. That'll do. Hoi. Go ahead. With one of those old school sheepskin jackets on, like Del Boy wears. In regards to the last video, and when I mentioned the funny noise coming out, that rattling noise coming out of the engine on a cold start up, well, I have to say thank you to Tony Hart, not the Tony Hart of 80s child art program fame. He said that it's basically something to do with the oil pressure and the cam chain tensioner not getting enough oil within the first few seconds. But then Terry Cox, who also owns this bike, or the 2018 version of it at least, said yeah, it's completely normal, they all do that. So thanks to Tony Hart, Terry Cox, and also another chap, I think his name is Adam, who also pretty much confirmed it as being normal as well. So massive thank you to those guys for putting my mind at rest. So Tony Hart, I did say to you I was going to mention your name, and there you go. And also Terry Cox has a rather decent YouTube channel, so I'm going to leave the link down below for his channel as well. Go check it out. And also Adam has a YouTube channel. I watched one today where he stacked it on his I think he's got a DRZ 400 and he stacked it in a country lane. It's actually quite funny. So I'll leave the link down below for his channel. So yeah, that is it. Thank you very much. See, now I don't know anybody who has a Triumph bike at all, let alone a Triumph Explorer. So you know, so I can't compare this bike with any other Triumph in the flesh, so to speak. So it's very handy. It's very handy having people to share this information with on the tubes of you. My Delilah. Now what else was I going to say? Oh yes, the powder coating thing. Now yeah, so I don't know if I mentioned before, the state of my wheels, they're getting pretty bad. They're starting to flake, they're bubbling around the sort of hub area bit, and they just look a bit manky, and they're not even the same sort of colour that they were even after I've cleaned them. They've gone from a sort of nice grey to a kind of murky kind of, it's not even a colour, it just looks horrendous. So I was looking into getting them repowder coated, and I came across a place literally less than a mile from my house. They're called Kent Powder Coaters, and I phoned the guy up and I said, how much, or do you even powder coat motorcycle wheels? He said, yeah, we can do that, no problem. It's £60 each. Now I thought that was pretty good value for money actually. I was expecting him to say, you know, £200 each. I have no idea what the cost of these things are. So the only issue is obviously I need to take the wheels off the bike to get them powder coated. That much I do know. And I need the bike for work, so I'm going to have to do it in such a way that I can take the wheel off, get it powder coated, get them powder coated and stick them back on. But I also need new tyres, and I need to get them balanced as well. So yes, it's going to be a tricky way. I'm going to have to work out what time I've got off over Christmas. Maybe I could do it then, but they might be closed over Christmas, so it's all the sort of logistics of it. I don't know what's going to happen. Either way, I want to get it done. So in the meantime, I have brought in my luggage rack, my grab rail bars, which did have the plastic dip stuff on it, and it just looks a bit manky because I've had the straps rubbing against them for years and it's all sort of peeling away and all that sort of stuff. So I brought him that, and I should be picking that up I think this Tuesday. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it looks. I've just gone for a flat black, but the whole video about that is going to be coming out soon, so I won't talk any more about that. Ooh. Did anybody see the new MOTO GUZZI? I can't remember the name of it, I'll put it up here. The new MOTO GUZZI bike that they're bringing out in, I presume, 2022. Looks lovely, but it's got quite a unique feature, one that I've never seen on another motorcycle, and I believe they're the first to do it, and it is what I can only describe as adaptive aerodynamics, in that, you know, like the Bugatti Veyron, if you go to like across a certain speed, the rear spoiler pops up. I think I believe the Porsches do it as well. But anyway, this bike, you hit a certain speed and there's these two flaps on the tank, and they sort of come out like that, and they apparently deflect the wind off you by over 20%. Now I have to give MOTO GUZZI credit for doing something like that. It's a pretty brave move, seeing as none of the big, you know, other big companies have done it. You'd think someone, you know, someone like BMW or any of the big four Japanese manufacturers would have done something like this already, but you know, someone like MOTO GUZZI to come out and do that, it's a pretty brave move. My only issue with it is it seems to be a lot of engineering and cost just to minimize a bit of buffeting by only 20%. That's the thing about riding a motorbike. You have to put up with certain things, you know. You can't get rid of the buffeting and the wind noise altogether. It's just never going to happen if you're riding a standard motorcycle. So yeah, so I mean, instead of like doing mechanical flaps on the bike, just put up with it. You know, it's not going to kill you. A bit of fresh air, a bit of buffeting, it's all part of the fun in my book. And it's not like it's a touring bike, it's pretty much a naked bike. So if you're doing 70 on a motorway for a prolonged periods of time, those two little flappy bits aren't going to alleviate the buffeting on your helmet where it matters the most, where it's the most uncomfortable. World of hat. But like I said, credit to them for trying something different. I'm always up for that, whether it works or not. At least they tried. And it's not a bad looking bike either, I don't think. But anyway, whatever, yeah, whatever. Betty Swallocks performs her cunning stunts. Betty, take me on the jetty. Look at this traffic jam. Oh my god. I'd rather be freezing my knackers off on a motorcycle moving than being in a comfortable warm car any day of the week, and I mean that. I mean, look at him in these Rolls Royce. Great, you're not moving anywhere. I am. I mean, admittedly I'm cold, but oh, Spanish omelettes. No, no. You know, maybe the other manufacturers have dabbled with the idea of adaptive aerodynamics, but they've probably done it and tested it and thought, you know, it's just not worth it. The amount of money it takes to R&D and all that sort of stuff, you know, and things like this, really. If anyone's interested, I downloaded Resident Evil Village. Holy shalamabamas. It is terrifying, yet brilliant. It is a brilliant game. Purple Lamborghini. Oh boy, that is special. Whoa there. You know what, it's moments like that that make me grateful for the miracle that is hydraulic brakes. It's one of those things that you absolutely take for granted every single day. But hydraulic brakes, like, I can bring this bike to a standstill from speed with the slightest pull of my weakest finger. That is unbelievable. Thank God for these people that design these things. Because if it was left to me, I'd be like, yeah, you just need to put your feet down really hard. Like Fred Flintstone, just do what he does. Hydraulic brakes, amazing. There it is, look, a purple Lamborghini. Woo, that is understated. Love it. Initiate face flap. Face flap initiated. What a beautiful crisp winter's day. Yeah, so I shall keep you all posted on how the little powder coated thing went. I have no idea what to expect in that. Do I have to sort of clean out the threads after they've been powder coated? I don't know how that's going to work. Do they put a bolt in the hole when they powder coat it so you don't have to do that, you know, so you don't have to clear it out yourself? I don't know. This is a learning experience for me. Actually getting hot. I'm going to have to turn this jacket down a bit. Sweaty Betty. Betty Swallocks. What program was that from? 1000 Unexpected? You bastard. What on earth is going on there? It's a bell end. A ciao bella, eh? Oh.